All right, then. Keep crunching. Hey, what's up, everybody? This is your boy, Mike, and welcome back to His Point, Her Review podcast, episode 22. I'm here with my lovely potato chip eating co host, Katina. Say hi to the people.
Hello, people. I'm not eating anything, Mike.
Oh, my bad. You don't want people to think that you eat? What?
I said I'm not eating anything right now. You know what? Continue on with the show.
Would it make you feel better that I have shrimp sitting next to me?
Whatever.
All right, so we didn't really plan this episode out too well, so y'all just gonna hear us talk about a bunch of random stuff. I blame myself because I should have planned it out, but I had to work 6 days this week and write that stupid 8-page paper that I gotta finish up. It's gonna be fun. It's fun. Going back to school as an adult is so fun. I tell you what.
But it's gonna be well worth the effort, so no worries.
Yeah, and I'm talking about going back after I'm done with this degree immediately, not like stopping, like starting a new degree. Trying to get I want to get the business degree.
Another bachelor's or a master's?
Bachelor's in business, tech related business.
Would it make more sense to just go into a tech field in the master's program? Yes, no, maybe.
That's the thing. They've created this new curriculum where they actually specifically teach you how to be management within IT, like IT and cybersecurity and stuff like that.
I would think that you would just be able to take some master level courses in leadership, but that's just me. Oh, interesting.
Well, it doesn't hurt to have a business degree too. That's the thing.
It does not.
That will also help me since I'm trying to start some type of business too. So.
Yes.
It rolls over. Plus, it keeps me from having to pay back to tuition. That's the thing. That's the major part. We've all become a career student, so we don't have to pay nobody back.
Boy.
That's how you do it. That's my sister taught me that. It worked out well for her.
Nice.
Yeah. Man. So we have a question that I wanted to ask you.
Hit it.
Let me pull it up on my phone. This may be the whole show right here.
No.
Because I don't know how deeply you feel about this. All right, so the question goes, why do women feel like because they still want to be your friend after they kick you to the curb, that things don't change regardless if you're cool with being friendly with them or not? I guess that means like, y'all break up, but they still want to be friends. And then they want to maintain kind of the same relationship that you had. Of course, certain things you wouldn't be doing because you're not in the relationship, but I guess they want to maintain, I guess, the stuff that you want. I don't know. What is your interpretation of the question, and what are your thoughts on that?
Well, that's a humdinger of a question. Okay. So the question is, why do women feel like because they still want to be your friend after they kick you to the curb, that things don't change regardless if you're cool with being friendly with them or not? Okay. Well, first of all, let's change that word women to girls. Let's just do that. So now let's read it the appropriate way. Why do girls feel like because they still want to be your friend after they kick you to the curb, that things don't change regardless if you're cool with being friendly with them or not? I would
Okay.
say that it is common sense that when a relationship ends and you are the person that wanted the relationship to end, there should be no expectation that the other person is going to be cool with that. And you should be understanding of that. As far as why people, girls, think that, I think it's kind of like this. If we were friends before dating, pursuing each other, etc., we should be able to go back to being friends. And that is why, for myself, it's hard to say that I would date a friend, because when you break up, if the relationship does not work, you're losing two people in your life, not one. You're losing a mate and you're losing a friend, and that's a lot to lose. But I don't think that that expectation that we should be cool should even be there. Like, if we break up, it's going to take some time for both of us to adjust. And, I know people that say, no, it doesn't take time to adjust, but walk with me for a moment. You are friends, so you speak occasionally, or even if you speak every day, or even if you're not friends and then you start to date, you're still talking to this person probably every day, probably several times throughout the day. So they've now taken up residence in a part of your life, which in turn takes up residence in a part of your heart. So when you break up, that part is now gone. And so now it's hard for some of us to even remember what life was like before somebody else came into it, good or bad. So when you take that person out, it's like, man, normally I talk to so and so at this time. Or, man, I have something that I want to tell somebody. Oh, I wish me and so were still friends or still dating. I could call that person, but you can't. So there should be some type of adjustment time in there. Now, I know some people, they can break up today and tomorrow they are hanging out, laughing and talking. Not everybody can do that. So I don't think that there should be an expectation that I kick you to the curb, which probably means that 9 times out of 9, you're not wanting the breakup. If it wasn't mutual, I think that that makes it harder to just instantaneously go back to the friend zone. So no, I wouldn't be able to do it. I mean, mind you, case in point, when I got my divorce, we never talked on the phone. It was texting back and forth. And then it was, well, I don't even have to text you because the kids are old enough and they have their own cell phone where they can text you or call you and tell you. And we can just relay messages through each other if we're still in that adjustment stage. Now, eventually, it went back to I could call him, talk to him, text him, and we could co-parent. But it wasn't instantaneous. There's no way in Hades that I would have been able to deal with that. Just no way. Mm-mm. And I don't think that it's fair for us, men or women, boys or girls, to have the expectation that we're going to be cool right after a breakup. So if you break up with me, I don't want to talk to you. I ain't got 2 words for you. I sincerely hope that in the future I can become that woman that can just shift lanes from relationship to friendship. But right now, I am not that chick.
funny because I find myself doing that all the time.
Doing what?
Being friendly. Well, I'll put it this way: I'm more cordial the older I get.
Oh, well.
Like
I
when I was young, it was like, okay, well, I say it and to be nice, but I didn't mean that shit.
But
now it's just like I'll be, I'm like, sure, it's not that we're gonna be hanging out and stuff like that. But sure, feel free to check.
Now, wait a minute. Being cordial to me is not the same as being friends. So, or things not changing. So I can be cordial with you all day. I can see you on the street. I'll speak. Hello. How are you doing? Or if I really don't care how you're doing, I'll just say, hey, and keep it pushing. So that's completely different than having things stay the same.
Yeah, and see, I've always been a more to myself person anyway, so for like, it's one thing when I don't even always hit people up that I'm really cool with and I hang with all the time. I don't even, like, my best friend, I've known him since you were like, 16, 15, and I may talk to him once a month. I don't always hit him up, but we're still friends. We're still hang out and stuff like that. We're still close. He's like a brother to me. That being said, that's just the type of person I am. I've always been, I guess, a loner or something like that. And people who are my friends understand that. So, if we're in a relationship, of course, we'll speak more frequently. But if you actually really want to be my friend, probably should get used to the fact that I'm not going to hit you up as much as I did when I was trying to talk to you. So that's the thing that I find that jolts a lot of people. I guess I don't know. Maybe it's because you're not in the spotlight anymore. You feel like you're not that important. It's not that you're not that important. I mean, well, probably ain't that important anymore if we don't date anymore. But it's just like, we friends. We cool.
You're definitely not important if we don't date anymore.
Like, we cool. I think I put myself in a lot of trouble though, because I'm always friendly. And I think I've always put myself in a I'm there for you situation way too much. But
yes, you do. Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
I'm not going to deny this at all.
Yeah, you do. And it irks my spirit. And I hope that whoever is listening. So, yeah. But that is you. That is the man you are.
I know it sucks, don't it?
No, not necessarily sucks, but man, I'm just gonna say that I'm just gonna say that at this point, I'm glad that you're becoming different. I'll just put it like that. How about that? Can I just say it like that?
Sure, because you'll tell me what you really feel after anyway.
Oh, you know it. So, you know it.
It's fine. All right, so let's hit you with another question. See, I could turn this into an impromptu hot seat for you because I can think of a million questions on my own because I have no problem asking questions.
Well, then hit it.
Stuff that dudes know that they really, really want to know, but they don't talk about. They avoid because I don't know what's wrong with y'all. Come on, dudes. All right, so another question. After a breakup.
Yep. Okay, I'm ready. I got my water.
After a breakup, do you have issues with still having sex with your ex until they find someone else, or vice versa?
What? Yes, I personally do. Yes.
Do you think that it's a bad thing that people do that still, or do you find there's no issue in general, just like something that you don't prefer to do?
Okay, so this is me personally, right? Okay. I personally, which Mike, you and I have talked about this before. Oh my goodness. I personally believe in soul ties. And I believe that when we sleep with someone, that we are exchanging a piece of us for a piece of them. The more we sleep with this person, the more soul ties that we exchange. Which, sidebar real quick, which is why sleeping with multiple people, in my opinion, is not a good idea, because then you get all of that energy from multiple people and it conflicts your spirit. But back to the question. So if we've broken up and we're not dealing with each other anymore, once we are completely done. Now, I'm not saying this, I'm mad at you today, I'm not talking to you, but then tomorrow we're cuddled up watching Criminal Minds or something together or whatever. I'm saying that genuinely we are done. Like, finito. No, I do not go back.
Even if it was really, really good?
Even if it's fantastical, no.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. Like I know some people that do it because that person is comfortable, that person is familiar, they consider that person safe. I don't. I mean, have I done it? Yeah. But we weren't really done. We were just like, all right, I hate you. I hate you too. Well, don't call me no more. Fine, I won't call you. And then the next day it's, what's up, big head? Like that. But Benito, no. I don't care how good it is. Because what ends up happening is this. Let's say that we're done, but we're still sleeping with each other. Either you're going to get somebody or I'm going to get somebody and going to want to move on. And the other person's going to be like, well, then why are we still sleeping together? Or somebody's feelings are going to still be there while I may just be sexing you just to feel the moment because I need to move on. You may be sexing me with the hopes that this is going to change my mind. And then still feelings are hurt. So no, I don't think it's a good idea.
Okay, so just throw a swerve on it. What if you two aren't dating? Like, what if you were friends and then you started having sex?
That's even worse. Because when the sex ends, now I'm losing my cuddy buddy and my friend. No, I need my friend to be the one that I can come to and talk about what I'm doing. No, definitely not with a friend. No. That's a no from me, dog.
Okay, so
nice swerve though.
No, I'm just curious because I mean, some people will do that. It was like, hey, I got a boyfriend, or I have a girlfriend. And I have to admit, guys kind of do that way too much. Fellas, seriously, stop that. Don't call up a girl that you know likes you, knowing that you can get her to sleep with you. That's not cool. It's not cool. Cut it off. You're better off. You'll save yourself headaches too. That ain't worth it. But
that to me is the most cowardly act, because you're not calling her because you want her. You're calling her because you want her goodness. That's not cool. I don't like that. Mm-mm.
Yeah, but it's something guys do. They know they can still get it though. And they don't have any other options. They'll do that badly.
Women,
but I mean, I've known women to do it too. So.
Right. That's what I was just going to say. Women do it too. And for somebody to say, and I've never believed this, which is what you've just said, I've never subscribed to this belief, to say somebody can't get it anywhere else. That is a lie. Anybody can get it.
I'd say that not really me. I guess the better term would be, I was trying, well, that was probably as nice because this ain't even going to be even nicer, but you're the easier target. Put it that way.
Indeed.
Like they know there's guaranteed that they can get it with you, so why not? Yeah.
Which is ridiculous. That to me even shows how much more of a cowardly act it is, because you're going for the easy, quote unquote, prey. Come on with the next question. That just irked me.
I mean, people do that.
Oh, I know. I know some people that'll do it. Definitely.
Yeah. It is what it is. Okay, next question. Why do women fake it? And do you think women should fake it?
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay.
So you should have let me ask the questions. You should have waited until the other punks came through.
I know. Okay. So this is what I think. And this is my conversations with my girlfriends and my friends and whatever. So there are several reasons to fake it, or that the fakery has happened. We've changed our mind, and just want a.
Wait, you did what?
We've changed our mind. Like, we thought it was gonna be good. We thought it was gonna be stars and all that, and then we got it, and it was just a little lighter, as far as the feelings that were involved. So we fake it because we figured that if we fake it, then he'll feel like, okay, I've got her to the finish line. Now I just need to get to the finish line, and boom, done. So that's one reason that the fakery happens. Another reason that the fakery happens is because, believe it or not, we're tired. It's went on longer than we want or anticipated. So we just want it to be over with. Another reason, let's see, not that I have these written down, but we're tired. It's not that good. We were giving it to you just to give it to you. We really didn't want it, but we don't want to hear your mouth about not getting it.
Wow.
So, I'm just telling you, it happens. Sometimes we do it to stroke your ego, to make you think that you're really doing something. Because for some of us, if we didn't fake it, we would never say anything. We would just be there. And that's not fun.
Some guys don't care.
I mean, yeah, true. But I mean, for some of us, if we didn't fake it, we would never make a sound. So therefore, then you wouldn't like that either. There are a lot of reasons. Just there are as many reasons as there are women. But yeah, those would be the main ones. And then, like, my biggest reason would be because I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. And that's bad, because if you're doing something and you're doing it wrong, or doing it not necessarily wrong, but you're doing it and I don't necessarily like it, or I'm not particularly fond of it, but if I fake it, then you think, oh man, that's how I can get her every time. And believe it or not, every time you do it, we roll our eyes.
But
into the back
that's
of our head.
no, that's word.
That's
You really don't like anything.
Listen,
You're gonna
I'm not.
pretend. You
Listen,
just set yourself up for that. That's your fault right there. I'm
no,
sorry.
right? Yes, and I get that, but but in our heads we're thinking, oh my gosh, if I just moan, he'll be done. Not thinking that it translates to him as, oh, she moaning, oh, I'm giving her the business. She likes this. So that's how we set ourselves up. And the crazy thing is, some of us will never say anything. We'll just go through and have you doing that dumb stuff that we do not like. And our eyes will be rolling in the back of our heads, and you're thinking, oh, it's because she likes it. No, in reality, we're doing it because we're like, he's still doing this. So yes.
Oh, that's cruel.
I'm just, hey, you asked the question.
No, but that is cruel. And I guess, well, what's your answer on, do you think the women should do it then?
I think that we are shortchanging ourselves when we do it, because our partners don't really learn or know what is good for us. So no, I don't think that it's good, but it's still gonna happen.
And that's just so. That's the fucked up part is that eventually it may get to a point where he finds out. You know how cruel that is to a person?
I
mean,
well, here, okay. Cruel, I wouldn't say cruel, but
no, that's some cruel shit. Because
I wouldn't say cruel. This is what I would say. But here's the thing. On the flip side of that, some men cannot handle saying, I don't like that, or don't do that, or don't do.
Well, that's a whole nother thing. If he can't handle that, then he needs to grow the fuck up.
Because I can tell you that there's probably one thing that the majority of men do to women that as a woman, I absolutely positively hate. However, I'll probably say it in passing or in a conversation. But if you do it, I'm not going to say anything. It's sad to say, I'll just suffer through it.
No, you don't do that.
I'm just telling you. You asked the question, sir.
But you don't do that. Because I remember there's something particular that happened. I'm not going to say what, because that's that person's business too. But afterwards, they were like, they weren't comfortable with that. I was like, and I was very apologetic because I need to know. Like, don't just like wait till after, because that makes me feel bad. It's like, now I'm a fucking asshole. Thank you for saying, like, now after it's all said and done, now I'm a fucking asshole and I look like a jerk. And hey, that makes me feel good.
And ta-da, that is why we don't tell you, because we don't want you to feel bad.
But I would rather you tell me during, because then I'd stop. Because that's the thing. It's one thing to feel bad because you don't like something.
Mm-hmm.
That because you can tell me you don't like something, and you can say I prefer this, and then we can go okay and go from there. But it's one thing to have me do this thing was like, that was awful. It made me feel bad. It's like, gee, I thought I was like, first you're blindsided with like, wow. So first of all, that that wasn't good. Second, it not only wasn't it good, but it fucking, bothered the hell out of this person. So not only do I suck, but I've also made this person feel like shit. Good job. You know what I mean? It's like,
listen, I get it, and I can safely say that if I'm never asked directly, I'm never going to answer that. I'm just giving it to you. That's me personally. Some women, they probably will. They probably will tell you, this sucked, dude. But I'm not that woman. So
I can't. And to be fair, guys do it too. Trust me.
Oh, I know.
But no.
And mind you, that I'm just like you. As a woman, I wouldn't want you to fake it. I would want to know. But if you feel like, that's the route you need to take because you don't want to hurt my feelings, I get it, because I'm probably doing the same thing to you. Just saying. So.
I mean, you could say it. Just make sure, like, if you're gonna say it, don't say it like cruel. Don't be like, "Oh my God, you're just horrible." Like, stop it. Like that.
Oh my God.
You want to have some type of tact when you say it.
Well, okay. Well, that's why I don't say it.
Because you don't have no tact.
No, I have.
Is that what you said?
No, I have tact, but sometimes it escapes me. And sometimes I'm just like, listen. But I mean, hey, maybe it's just the type of people that I've dealt with that wasn't strong enough to handle it. And so therefore I feel like all men aren't strong enough to handle it. You know, it's all about our experiences and our past.
And see, the thing is, I don't think it's that not men are strong enough to handle it. They just gotta get used to you.
Okay. Well,
I'm just saying. I mean,
whatever.
if you're a blunt person, people gotta like. People always hear it. If they're a blunt person, people have to get used to the fact that you're probably a blunt person. So
yep,
you're not necessarily trying to be mean. You just sound mean.
And you know that genuinely I'm not a mean person. However, I do give it to you straight if that's what you ask for. If you want me to sugarcoat it and, oh, babe, and stroke the back of your head, and, you know, I can do that too. But the person that I am, I want you to give it to me straight, just like I'm going to give it to you straight if you ask me for it. So, but yeah, women, we're going to fake it. And we're going to tell you that, oh baby, this is it. Or you might say, you like that, and then we're gonna say, yeah. I mean, but hey,
that's bullshit. It is bullshit. I mean, no, it is bullshit because, like I said, it's a very bad thing. And if you're actually a dude out there who really does care, it probably makes it worse.
Right. But here is what I would suggest for men and for women. If it's somebody that you genuinely care about, you know, you're not just hitting it just to relieve stress, but you are genuinely interested in taking the time to learn this person, to know this person, then just simply ask, how can I make this better for you? How can I make whatever better? If they say nothing, it's great, then you don't have anything to work with. And like, that is annoying in and of itself, to be asked, hey, how can I make XYZ better? And then you go, nope, it's great. Cool. I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing. But there's always room for improvement, in my opinion, on everything. So when you're asked that, or if you really want to know, just ask it. Because then if I say, how can I make XYZ better? That's opening up the door for you to say, you know what, babe, when you do this thing over here, I don't like that. But when you do this thing over here, I really like that. Now you're giving me cues as to how I can learn you. And if you ask me, hey, I don't like this, but hey, this is great, this is cool, and this is cool, but I need you to work on this while doing this, that'll make it great. Now we're getting to know each other. But it's only so many times that I know for me, I'm going to say, how can I make X better or Y better or Z better? If you keep hitting me with if you keep on hitting me with everything is fine, no, this is great, or whatever is great, you know what? I'm going to leave it right there. And then when I don't improve or I don't change anything, or it becomes boring or stale, you have yourself to blame for that, or they have themselves to blame for that, because you've opened up the door. They've chosen to close that door. You've opened it, they've closed it, opened it, closed it several times. Then, I mean, eventually you just get tired of asking because you already know the answer, or you think you know the answer. And guess what? When things change, that person isn't going to say anything to you, because they're going to feel like, well, you used to ask me, so you should still be asking me. So, but yeah, that's why we fake it. And, you know, Fake it until you make it, I guess. I don't know.
Whatever.
Okay, well then fake it until he makes you. How about that?
Whatever.
I know. Next question.
Huh?
Next
I
question.
just say don't fake. Just be real. It's just
But it's hard. Okay.
I understand what you're
You're
saying.
saying don't fake, but it is so hard to not fake. Like, okay, what if it's somebody that you are really digging? Like you like her, you are very intrigued by her. She's sexy, she's smart, she's talented, she's just but then she get in a bedroom and you like, this is some garbage. This is ridiculous. Do you come out and tell her, baby, you suck? And when I say suck, I'm not talking about in a good way, but you suck.
Oh, you don't say you suck. Again, tact. That's not
tact.
tactful.
Oh,
That's
okay.
not tactful at all. Like, you're horrible.
But I mean, if that's your first time, then you're gonna be like, okay, let me try this with her again. And then the second time, like serious business, we make excuses for people that we like or that we're digging. We'd be like, it was our first timer. Oh, it was stressful, or oh, the sun wasn't up, or oh, the sun was down, or whatever. But then by the time you are like, you know what, this is really him, or this is really her, and they're really bad. Time has went on, and then you're gonna be here with, well, why didn't you say something before now? On both sides, so you can't win. But go on.
I'm sorry, I'm not laughing at you.
You know I'm not worried about it.
No, I just saw an article. Oh my god.
Okay,
Most of the dumbest stuff. The topic is researchers at
am I off the hot seat?
No, you're not.
Oh.
But this is going to make you laugh anyway. Researchers at the University of Albany may have a new anti-depression strategy. Sexual intimacy. Apparently, semen helps with your depression, women.
Semen where? How? What?
Don't know, male.
Okay, well, ask the next question, and then while I'm answering, you read the article so that you can share with the class. What's your next question, sir?
Oh, basically, they're just saying if you going without condoms, having sex without condoms, help women show fewer signs of depression. Interested. So basically,
they want to up the rate of AIDS, STD.
Yeah, because
y'all
feel better when we bust inside y'all.
Well, let me just say this. It's a public service announcement, and you already know where I'm going with this one. But let me just say this. You know where I'm going, because we have discussed statistics and things like that before, but I can take any number and I can sway it to my side. So I hate when they say research says. Ladies, don't believe that research. Go do your own research with a monogamous partner. Okay, go on.
As a man, I could shut this shit down, period, for both sides. Do you want to get everybody you fuck pregnant? Do you want to possibly run the risk of getting a disease from everybody you fuck? No. You just goddamn protection. Don't listen to bullshit like this. Good Lord.
Oh, well.
Jeez. That is the funny.
What is your next question, sir? Because you.
Oh my God. All right. So, next question.
Mm-hmm.
First date, who pays?
Whoever asked the other person out.
So even if you
I've paid for a first date before.
So you don't feel like the man should pay it all the time.
What?
No, I'm saying for the first date. I mean, there are still people out there who feel like that.
Okay, but if I ask you out, then why would you pay? That's okay. Go on.
Well,
Whoever asked
again,
that.
it's quote unquote tradition.
Okay, I know that it's tradition, but it's also tradition for a man to actually court a woman. But yet we have women out here that are busting it wide open. So tradition, and to me, I am not a fan of, well, tradition says this, tradition says that, because as you and I both know, I am a feminist. And so that means that I want equality. I cannot say I want equality, but then go back on certain things that aren't as convenient for me. I want you to court me, date me. And I say this all the time. For a man, I like to see a woman being courted, being dated, being pursued. I've had a man walk up to me and hand me his business card and tell me to call him. Say, what? Sir, first of all, no. Second of all, if I were to say yes, I'm a woman, and therefore you should be pursuing me, not the other way around. However, at the same token, if I approach a gentleman and say, hey, let's go out and do lunch or dinner one day, then I should be expected to pay. He should definitely come with his coins in his pockets, just like a woman should. But the expectation should be that I'm going to pay. I invited him out on a date. That's no different than if I invite you to come and see me all the time. And the only thing you're doing is coming over to my house and coming over to my house and coming over to my house and coming over to my house. You're spending more time coming to see me than I am coming to see you. I should at least have dinner for you sometime. I should at least, not saying that we're keeping score, but let's balance this thing out. So maybe if you're coming to see me all the time, maybe one time or a couple of times or a few times, I'll say, you know what, I want to spend time with you. So I'm going to come and pick you up and we're going to come back to my house if that's what we're going to do. Or maybe I'm going to come hang out with you. And if you're not in a position, if you're living with a roommate, your mom, family, whatever, and we can't hang out at your spot, then let me come and pick you up and we go do something and I drop you back off. I just believe that saying that a man should pay for every first date is absolutely positively ridiculous. So it's no different than if you invite me over to dinner at your house. Who's expected to bring the groceries? You invited me over there, so why should I bring the groceries? That's what that mentality to me is. So whoever asked the other person out. And then if the man wants to say, okay, hey, thank you, I appreciate you inviting me out, I'm going to pay for it, then that's on him. But the expectation should not be for him to come out of his wallet. So, okay, go on, next question. Oh, wait a minute. Because some of you broke heifers will invite a man out and take him to the most expensive restaurant in your city and expect for him to pay it because you want a free meal. That's not cool either. Okay, now go.
Broke heifers, Lord.
Broke heifers. You better stop before I call out some of their names. They'll be all in your inbox.
Oh my God. What the hell? I'm trying to think now before I move on. Is there anybody who you might be saying that I need to listen? This is awful because, good Lord. That's why I shouldn't tell you stuff. God. Anyway.
What's the next question?
All right.
Because I know you have a lot of them. So
no, I don't have a whole lot. I'm trying to keep it limited. I'm not trying to keep you here all day and all night.
I'm not worried about it. I can handle it.
Yeah, I know, but I'm not trying to be here all day and all night listening to you talk about, especially a question like this. Size.
Uh-huh. What about
what is the cutoff rate, or like how much does it matter and what's the cutoff rate? I'm sure you all have a cutoff rate, As much as y'all like to talk about, like some of y'all like to talk about how you need it to be big. Let's be honest, you don't really want it that big.
Well, first of all, does size matter? I think it depends on the woman. Now, if you're asking me personally, yes, it does. So, but I will say this. I cannot stand for a man to tell a woman, oh, you can't handle this. Sir, we can push out babies. If you give us a little time to adjust, yes, we can. That's number one. For most women, again, it's all about personal experience. It's all about personal history. For instance, your first time having sex, and I'm talking about as a woman, your first time having sex, you have a guy who's under the stupid impression that his job is to just take you for the ride of your life, which is stupid, number one, because that's sensitive down there. But you decide that all you're going to do is try to dick me down? Really? No. So for her, he could have been considered on the short end of the spectrum. But because of what he did, now her mind equates that to bad. You see what I'm saying? So now the first thing she says is no to certain men of certain stature. Or it could be that your first time you were in love, he was taking his time, he was blessed, but it didn't hurt you. So now your mind has been molded to a different perspective. Two different men, two different actions, two different experiences. Two different people that feel two different ways. Whereas the first woman says, oh, I don't want a big. And then the second woman's like, girl, why not? Oh, because when I was dating so-and-so, if they give a name, sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. I don't give names unless it's my tight circle. Because we don't need to be following up and behind each other. For real. But then when she goes, well, girl, because so-and-so, we had sex and he acted like I was nothing. And then the other girl's like, girl, well, when I was with such and such, oh my gosh, he treated me so good. And oh my gosh, this and that. It's beautiful. You need to give it another try. So it's just different, but does size matter? Yeah. And I can talk to you about this off record, but yeah.
If I off record, do you really think I want to have that conversation?
Hey, I have conversations about, you know what? I ain't gonna say it because they might be listening. I'm gonna keep it to myself.
About what?
And we talk about everything. So.
No, go ahead then. Continue.
No,
I'm curious now. No, I'm curious.
I'm not talking.
Next question. You should. Hey, I was very open on mine. So, hey. Phil, go ahead.
Okay. I said we'll talk about it off record, but all I'm going to say is this. Size does matter, but also just a sidebar for the men. Your job is not to get in there and wreck shop. That is not your job. That is not your mission. If it is your mission, let her know beforehand so that she can decide to either partake in the mission or abort, because that's not cool.
I can understand that, because that's the only reason I asked, because, like, okay, if you've ever watched porn, you see some of, like, the...
Never watched it.
That's why I said if you ever watch porn. No,
Yeah,
you're Miss Pristine.
I'm not Miss
Too good
Pristine.
for. She's too good to.
No, that's not true. However, I just don't believe in watching a bunch of naked, sweaty people do what I can go out there and, I mean, if I want to sleep with somebody and watch somebody naked, I can record myself. I just don't see the point in it. Not saying that for those of you that do partake in the viewing of pornography, that it is a vile, disgusting, against all reason type thing. I'm not saying that. What I am saying though is that I've just never seen the point. But then again, I mean, shoot, I never saw the point of eating steamed broccoli until I tasted it and loved it. So I mean, you know, it just, I've just never experienced it. But go on. This ain't about me.
Well, first, there's nothing wrong with certain types of voyeurism. Okay,
Of course not.
It's actually could be healthy and it can be used as a learning tool as well if you wanted to. And it's actually also goddamn funny to watch sometimes, especially with someone. I highly recommend if you've never watched porn with a mate, watch it because y'all will see some shit that will make you laugh. You might see some shit that'll make you cry too, but you'll definitely laugh because it's hilarious. This reminded me of a story, but this isn't about me. Anyway.
Hilarious.
What was the point I was trying to go at now? Because I just lost myself. What was I saying before you went on the whole goddamn?
You said if you've ever watched porn.
Oh no, I was you'll see some situations where dudes are like humongous and the girls are tiny, and it basically does look like, you know, they're being mauled.
And they are.
Respond like they're being mauled. And that's the thing. It's like, I know women say they want them this and that, but I wonder if some women actually know how big certain sizes are. Like in reality, 7 inches probably sounds smaller than it is. Especially if you don't consider girth with that. I think a lot of people don't consider that too.
Now he's telling us how to measure dicks.
No, I'm just saying, no, I said when I'm talking about girth, I'm talking about like, you know what I mean, thickness.
I know what girth is.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
So I'm just curious, and I'm not telling you how to measure. Jeez. I mean, get a fucking ruler. A ruler and tape measure. That's all you fucking need, to be quite honest.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
It actually, tape measure works better because we'll say that's for science class, okay? We'll say that for science. But use a tape measure. It works. It'll help you better off in both areas. Anyway, no, it's just because, you know, I hear people say that stuff, and then you get the story later, and they were like, "Yeah, that was nah."
That wasn't smart.
Yeah. You know, because I've heard women who say they've actually like had to tell guys they couldn't do it once they saw it. Which I have to think that has to be one. I'm wondering what the dude is sitting there thinking, because he's standing there rock hard, like ready, and she's just like, "Thank you for your time, but I don't think I could do this." It's somebody I know actually said that. Yes, to a guy. They said that to a guy, and they left. And I'm just wondering, what was he thinking when she was like, "Bye"? You know, like, wait, what? Like, it's curious. So, I guess be careful what you wish for sometimes.
Oh, indeed. I can relate to that one.
Mm-hmm.
Or, you know, what they say, be careful what you ask for, because you just might get it and then not necessarily want it. Or I always tell people, be very specific in your prayers. Don't just, or not necessarily in your prayers, but in whatever you say, because when we say it, you know, it tends to happen. So be very careful in that aspect. So, but yeah. What's the next question? That's going to be interesting.
What's going to be interesting?
This next question, because it seemed to be getting a little bit wilder. What's the next question?
Oh, hold on. I have to respond to a text message.
Oh,
somebody always wants something.
How unprofessional of you.
I know, very. It could be. I'm not getting a question from somebody.
Oh, now that would be hilarious.
Yeah, that would be hilarious. Too bad I'm not.
Thank you.
I'm trying to think. What else is there to ask? I think I should ask one more question. I need to make it a really, really good one too.
Well, I can look in my box real quick.
Yeah, look in your box. I'm sure you have questions that you just don't want to answer.
I'm sure I do. I'm sure I do. But yeah. Okay. Now this one was so right up my alley, so I'll answer it. So this guy said, "Hello, my name is," I won't say his name, but he said, "I am working in a male-dominated field." Okay, me too. And he says, "I work in a male-dominated workplace." Okay, me too. He said, "I don't really meet a lot of you." When he says you, I'm going to assume that he's saying women. So, where do you go? Or no, wait a minute. "I don't really meet a lot of you. And many of you don't like going to clubs, discos, and bars." That's true. Where do you go instead? Well, I like going to clubs and bars occasionally. It does get mundane. So then when I go, I just kind of go to see people that I don't see anywhere else and chit chat with them. But me personally, I am, believe it or not, an introvert. And I know most people don't even believe that. But until I get to know you, I am an introvert. And so I like doing things like I do a lot of poetry spots. I do that. I can't say that I like hiking, but I do like being outside. I think that nature is a very beautiful place. And I think that our creator has done an amazingly fantastic job. And then I like doing stuff like fishing. There is a mountain here, which is not really a mountain, but I mean, I like doing stuff like that. So hanging out, picnics, parks, zoos, libraries, museums, fishing. I'm not a hunter because I don't want to kill anything. I'm not, but yeah. So that's where. And then let me ask another. Let me find another. Why are they sending them to me and not to you?
I don't know.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so this guy, I'm sure he got this
You don't
off
have
of
to
it.
send it to me. That's the funny part. They can just send it to the general email, the Wise Guy GSA.
Well, okay. How does a guy politely ask for a blowjob? Did you hear the question, Mike?
Yeah, I heard the question.
Oh, I was waiting on.
I was waiting for the answer.
Well, see, questions like that, I would like to have more clarity on because number one, are you asking a girlfriend? Are you asking somebody that you're just sexing? Are you asking somebody that you've just started dating? Is it somebody that you've known for a while? Like,
I don't think it really matters if he wants a blowjob. I don't think he's going to be picky about where it comes from. It seems like a more just in general question to me. No. Hey. Take it how you want it. Me personally, I'm sorry for chewing in your ear, but I've been at work all day and I'm starting to get hungry again. So, and these fries are looking really, really good. Anyway, I just think that when he asks that question, it is just a question of generality. Like I know for me, as a dude, I wouldn't ask, but then me personally, I'm not like that super serious about it. It's not something that I have to have. In fact, I honestly much preferably go the other way for some reason. Meaning give her, or instead of her, give me. That's just me. But hold on, I think her sound is a little. Gosh, looks like she's gotten. There you go. Let's see. We can get her back online to answer the question really quick because it looks like she got kicked. Poor thing. And you were joking about me getting kicked earlier. That's the funny part. And now you're muted.
where did I leave off at?
You honestly didn't answer the question, so I just
filled
in. No.
What? How does a guy politely ask for a blowjob? I didn't answer that one.
No, you didn't get to answer. You got cut off before you could.
Oh, okay.
I was just basically saying, like me personally, I wouldn't ask.
You wouldn't? Not even if you wanted it?
It's
okay. Let me.
It's not like the thing that I'm into. So
okay, well, let me answer the question before I get accused of trying to avoid the question. The answer is to just say what you want. Don't throw your hips up in her face. Don't push her head down and try to choke her. Just simply say, hey, I really would like for you to, and just tell her. You'll know by her expression whether or not she's going to.
Yeah. Sometimes y'all can be offensive. That's probably why some dude.
You know what? I get that. And
when I ask.
Maybe some women are easily offended, but I wouldn't be offended by that. I could either just say yay or nay. So
sometimes y'all get that look on your face.
Then you know that she's probably not going to do it.
I remember one time I had a question to ask somebody, and they thought that's what I was going to ask, and they had this like really scared look, like, "Oh, I'm not into that." I'm like, "What? What are you talking about?" Like, I'm like, "No, like I don't do." Like, "Oh, girl, nobody think about that." But it's like, "Gee, thank you," because you pretty much basically. Wow. It's like nice to know because now I don't have to ever wonder. Ask. Yeah, right. Clearly, by the look on your face, like, gee.
Okay, so
like, don't get that look on your face. Damn it! Right. It wouldn't be that bad.
Another guy says, "Do girls actually like dick pics?" What do you think the answer is, Mike? I'm just going to ask before I answer it.
I think some do, some don't. I think that if you're a guy, you don't send unless she asks or unless she sends something first. And again, even if she sends something first, I would say wait until she asks us. She may not necessarily like. That was a question. I guess a lot of guys would have those, like, because most of us pretty much like seeing pictures from women.
Mm-hmm.
But do women really want to see pictures from God like that?
Well, my response would be, do not send any that are unsolicited. That would be my response.
Yeah.
And the reason that is my response is because me personally, I don't like them. And, well, let me rephrase that. I don't like unsolicited ones. So don't have the expectation that you're going to send it and you're going to get, oh my gosh, thank you so much. Because that's not going to happen sometimes. Sometimes it's kind of like, really? You think that you can send this to me? Really? And then your feelings are going to be hurt. Because it's not going to be the reaction that you were looking for. So I'm just being real.
Yeah, that's true. That's why I said, like I said, don't. Nah, unless you be like, can I take a look at what you have? I'm like, yeah.
That's how she asked for it?
I'm just saying in general. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Shit,
You know,
I've had some people like, can I see your dick?
What?
No.
Huh. Dirty heifers.
I like that.
I see.
Okay.
So, okay. And then he sent a lot of them in. Did you hear the one about the middle of the night sex?
No, define middle of the night sex.
Okay. It said, is it
Wait,
okay?
well, this brings up a question. Maybe this is what he said. Because I need to ask that. Because this is from my brother mostly. Because he's done it before. Do you like being woken up in the middle of the night to have sex?
Well, I'm going to say yes.
So you would say, like, for you, because I'm curious if women mind that or not.
Mm-hmm. But I do have some girlfriends that don't like it. And their reasoning behind it is because they're trying to get some sleep now. So they're trying to get sleep, so they don't want to be bothered. So I've never.
Now, is there a particular way that you should be woken up? Would you say, do you think that there are wrong ways to be woken up? I'll tell you the story about my brother.
A wrong way, like what? Like,
okay, so
what?
one of my brothers like to wake up with his ex during the middle of the night.
Mm-hmm.
And it would annoy her, yet she would go ahead because he said she liked it. But
yes, so that okay.
I mean, that's pretty much what he did. He would wake up and he would just stick it in and go.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm going to say that for some of us, that would not be a problem.
Okay, you
Mm-hmm.
dirty person.
I'm not. No. I'm just saying that for some of us, that is not going to be a problem, and for some of us, it could be a problem. But no. That's not gonna be a problem. Interesting.
I always thought that was awkward though. It was like,
Why? No. But I will say this. For some people, it may take them off guard. It may scare them. It may, like, when you first wake up, you don't know what's going on.
yeah, well, see, that's the sad thing is I think he's done it enough to where she was fine because he used to say, she's like, boy, what are you doing? Stop. He's like, nah.
Stop. Yeah.
Yeah. So she must have been used to it.
Yeah. She liked it. We love to do that. Boy, stop. We don't mean it. We don't mean it.
Okay. Twist the story.
I can only speak for myself. I don't mean it.
All right, then twist the story.
Okay, here
what
we go.
What if he don't stick it down there, but stick it in your mouth?
So he's choking her when she wakes up. Okay.
Maybe that's his way of acting. Is this okay?
Maybe. And what I would say is, okay. Well, that's different. Well, that spin is a little bit different. Well,
you can eat your chips because clearly I decided to eat my fries and shrimp.
I'm not eating anything. Well, listen. Okay, so in that instance, I would say to have a conversation with the person that you're dating to ask if that would be cool. Because not everybody is going to be cool with, stuff being stuffed down the throat. So that's going to be my response to that. Now, but he asked it specifically, is it okay to wake you up in the middle of the night for a sex session? I'm going to say yes. And then, does it excite you, or do girls find it attractive if a guy claims to have a lot of options?
Interesting.
Mike, what is my answer to that?
I would hope. Well, I'm not one of them.
It's not that, okay. When he says a lot of options, that throws me off, because for me, are you saying a lot of options for golf, or like a lot of options for women? What are you saying a lot of options for? Because if you're saying a lot of options to date, some men say that, and I just, not saying that I don't believe them, but I think that some men say that because they think that women find that crap attractive, and we don't. So
you mean tell me y'all don't like it if a guy has a bunch of women?
I don't think it's cute. What that says to me is several things. You can't, or you don't want to choose one woman. And is it because you feel like you can't satisfy one woman? Is it because you feel like you're just all that you have all that to give? Or could it be that simply because of who you are, whether that be your job, your career, your whatever? Could it be that women are throwing themselves at you, so therefore you're not really going to find someone that's going to really give a damn about you anyways? So no.
Yeah, because my reaction, if a woman was like, yeah, I just got a bunch of, okay, well, you're pretty much Not interested in anything but just being with a bunch of people. Okay. So don't
And you're
come to me
probably
with
rife
no.
with STDs.
Hmm?
And you're probably rife with STDs.
Yeah, because you have to think about it. I don't know who's waking you up in the middle of the night with his dick in your mouth.
Oh, yeah. So that would be my stance on it. But hey, I'm a weird beast. Some women love that because they feel like it's a competition and they love competition. And that's not what it is about. I mean, I know that
Competing to get an STD. Okay.
I don't know what they competing for, but I mean, hey. And or on the flip side of that, I'm never going to take him seriously because he got all these codes and different area codes. So
yeah, I would think that Joe would interpret it as okay. He doesn't take dating serious. It's just as many as he can type thing. He likes to brag about it.
But let me tell you another take on that. My question would then be, why does he have so many options? Is it because he's just getting out of a relationship? Is it because somebody broke his heart? Like, why? Because that could tell you a lot about a guy too. So if he has a lot of options because he's recently divorced or just got out of a relationship, I can understand that better than this guy that's been single for the past 30 years. Talking about he got options. Now, so that would be a question for, but and some women, they don't care. It's like it's a competition and I'm going to win him. And I'm not trying to win a man. That's stupid. But again, we have women that do that. So do you have any more questions for me?
I think I've irritated you enough. I mean, I'm sure I could come up with some more irritating stuff if I take a moment. You're lucky I'm not drinking, by the way, because I would really, really be fucking with you then.
I am so glad that you are not drinking.
Yes.
I mean, not that I'm scared or nothing. Now, let's make that perfectly clear.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not. I mean, I can handle my own, but I'm just saying. So, but okay, yeah. So,
I mean, you sure about that?
I'm sure.
So if I asked you, would you be upset if your boyfriend preferred only to have anal sex, and why? Would you answer?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Tell the folks.
Okay. Yes, I would be upset. And why? Because to me, that denotes the other team. So I would have a problem with that.
What if he just likes anal sex a lot?
He may, but he better get this goodness up front. So, yes, I would have a problem with that.
Now, I find it funny that you went there instead of the offended area.
No,
Some women would say that they would be offended by that.
No. Nope, not at all.
So you wouldn't think that he was trying to say something about,
saying that it was garbage. Oh no, baby, because this is definitely not garbage.
Whatever.
So no, I would
not about being quote unquote garbage.
No, I would not be offended.
Some dudes are like that.
No, I wouldn't be offended because that would be so far over my head. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I wouldn't even see that. But yeah, okay. No. Mm-mm. Garbage. Oh, baby, no.
Okay. Would you be offended if a guy didn't orgasm during sex?
No, his loss. This a race. No, I'm joking. No, because I mean, to me, that part of sex is mental, anyways. So no. So no. Mm-mm. No, I would not be offended.
Okay,
No,
that's all the only stupid things I can think of right now in my head.
that's the only stupid things that you could think of.
I need alcohol right now
Okay.
to like seriously bother you.
Nope, I'm good.
You sure?
That's all you got?
You don't want me to get drunk the next time and
No, because this is my hot seat, so therefore we're done with this foolishness.
you don't want me to do another one so you can have to do another?
You can do another one. You know, being on the hot seat doesn't scare me. I find it refreshing. So if you want to bring it, bring it.
You know, I don't care either way.
Oh, I know you don't. That's why I'm talking all this jazz.
Right, because you know you don't. See.
But I will say that some of the gentlemen came up with some great questions. The ones that I got. It only took y'all 9 years to send them in, but hey, better late than never, my friends. Better late than never.
Yeah, that's good.
But I will say this, that with all these questions, of course, I am but one woman, and we different strokes for different folks. So I can answer your questions all day, but it's going to be limited to my experiences and limited to what I've been through. I mean, like, I have a girlfriend who, you know, we laugh, we talk, we joke, but our experiences are so different that we don't even think about it. So we're all different. So, you know, one day it could be yes, I like day. Nah, I don't like that. And then you're like,
guys, please don't wake your girl up if you don't know if she likes that. And then don't be like, well, Katina said.
Because I'm speaking for me. And yes, do it. But I'm speaking for me. What?
Ew.
Okay. I like to be woken up. Not a problem. Whatever.
I'm judging you.
Whatever. Well, judge. Judge twice. Because I mean, it's all about preference. So, you know. But trust me, I'm not too worried about nobody waking me up. Shit. Only in my dreams. Only in my dreams. So, yes.
Whatever. Okay. See, this is why I didn't want to do this, because I knew I was going to lead you down that path.
What?
I don't need it.
What path?
I know all this disgusting stuff about my sister.
Oh, I'm pure. You know that.
Yeah. Anyway, so.
Oh, I'm not pure. I'm not pure.
You're pure, all right.
Oh, okay. You want to try to dog me out? You want to try to say I'm not pure? Oh,
I'm not pure, so I know you ain't.
Okay. You know what? Let me say this. I was married for forever and a day. So my unpureness came from being married. And ladies, you do whatever you can to satisfy your man, because what you won't do, the next bitch will. And I refuse to have my man being out there unsatisfied, hungry, horny, and unhappy because I did not do what I needed to do at his house. Now, take that for whatever the hell you want. I'm unpure. Boy. Whatever. But that's okay. I'll be unpure. Unpure with a happy man. No, let me stop. Oh, my brother. I still love him.
Yes, I have to mess with you. It's only right. It's okay.
It's all good.
All right. So, let's just go through the whole motions of ending this show, so I can go get some rest because I ain't going to talk about you.
No, I thought you was going to talk about that man.
What man?
Your homeboy.
Oh, I ain't worrying about.
Nope, don't say it.
I ain't worried about that person. All right. Anyway, so thank you guys for checking us out. Of course, if you want to listen to the audio format, you could go ahead and subscribe to SoundCloud, Google Play Music, iTunes, or Stitcher, and you can download the audio format. It's all free, so feel free to subscribe. Of course, you come here for the video format. Feel free to subscribe here as well. Thank you again for your questions. We appreciate it. Glad you guys asked them so we can do this. We'll have a more centric topic next time. Just have to figure it out. I'm done with this heavy schoolwork, so I'll be able to nail down something. We'll be able to talk about that more. Anyway, go ahead and say goodbye to your captive audience. Now you're going to be getting more questions, by the way.
Oh, no, I won't.
Yes, you will.
No, I won't.
Yes, you are. You know you're going to be getting those questions.
Whatever.
So, are you single?
Nope.
Can I wake you up at night?
Nope.
And then you're going to get the pictures. Is this too big?
Nope. Don't want your pictures. Unsolicited pictures are the worst pictures ever for me. So, but I will say this. What was I going to say? I forgot. Oh, what was I going to say? Crap. Oh, about the questions. Feel free to send them in. Just know that some of your questions won't make it. Like a couple of questions that I got in my inbox, they didn't make it because they were too personal. So,
yeah, don't get like specifically personal. General question that you want to know of men or women, or if you have questions about different things in life in general, feel free to ask us. My email is wiseguygse. Well, the site's wiseguygse. My regular email is blackmagus, BLAKMAGUS @gmail.com. You can email me there. You'll also get me at Twitter, BLAK_MAGUS, Black Vegas. So you can hit me in my DMs. They're open. Katina, you can get at Poetic Thinking. Did you want to give your email address?
no.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's why I just like. But she has her Twitter at Poetic Thinking, so you can hit us there. So that is it for this episode. Yay, we did a hot seat. I'm happy. Now we can move on. Whatever. And something that you're supposed to tell me too afterwards. So yeah. If I can remember, I will do that. Anyway, all right, everybody, we're out of here. Say goodnight to the people, Katina.
Good night, good people.
All right, and we'll see you next time on the His Point Her View podcast. Peace.